And I never made a bunch of money preaching. There was so much mission work to do here in Alaska. And I was never one of these guys who thought that a preacher ought to live high on the hog and he ought to have everything for himself. And there was always something to do with money. I remember that I inherited a little bit of money from my daddy when he died. I gave that money to mission work through the First Baptist Church in Anchorage. And one time we were on television every Sunday morning after we got a television station here in Anchorage, and the equipment that they had to remote from our church, we were on live on Sunday morning on television. And I remember one time we had a tough time. We had been going great guns financially. And then all of a sudden the environmentalists had prevented the building of the pipeline. And the oil people had drilled wells up there. They had wells ready to go on flow of a pipeline, but the environmentalists had kept the pipeline construction in courts, trying to prevent the building of the Alyeska pipeline so that we could produce that oil and get it to market. And the oil companies began to send their people out of here and just left a skeleton crew or two here and there to sort of maintain things, and then their offices too. During that period of time, we found that our church budget dropped suddenly and drastically. We lost scads of people over a period of about 90 days. And we got behind in our TV program. Church wanted to cut it off because they said it was costing too much money. And I said to the church, you know, we may reach 1,000, maybe 1,200 different people here in our services over a period of a week. But on the television, we're reaching thousands of people at a minimum cost. The simple truth of it is we can reach more people on the television than we can by maintaining this church building. So let's just stay on the television. And I sold my airplane and put the money in the television fund to keep the church from cutting out of the television and stopping this missionary project which we had going in our church. Now, in our television program, we never asked for money. Never did. And all the years we were on television, which was 20 years, we never asked anybody for a dime. We looked to God and the Lord and the people who were in the church. I tell the folks, this is a missionary project of the First Baptist Church in Anchorage. And it was. And I think it was a great project because we reached 65% of the population in Alaska with our morning television program. And I had reports from all kinds of places of people who were saved because of that television program. I went into a home visiting, just out visiting. And here was a man and his wife and a teenage daughter. And then I witnessed to him. I asked, are you folks saved? And the man said to me, no, but we want to be saved. We've been watching you on the television and we'd like for you to tell us just exactly how we can be saved. Well, that wasn't a hard thing to do. It's not difficult to win people like that to Jesus. I was visiting another time. I went into this home. There was an older man and his wife, He had been in business in Anchorage Roofing Company. He had operated for years, and he'd sold his business and had retired. I asked them, like I ask all the folks I visit, are you saved? And the man said to me, yes, we're saved. We've been watching you on the television, and a few Sundays ago, we knelt down here by the television during your invitation, and we trusted Jesus as our Savior. So I think that that was a good investment, to keep that television going and reaching people with the gospel message. We'll never know how many people were saved. The fact is, I was walking down the street in Anchorage one day, and a Jewish man stopped me. He gave me $100 bill. And I said, what's that for? He said, I want you to put that in on your television program. He said, we watch your television. I live in Seward. And though we're Jews, we watch your television every Sunday. He said, we don't always agree on what you say, but we like the way you say it. So television is a powerful instrument for the spread of the gospel if you do it right.